So it's real simple. July 4 sale is your coupon code. I am offering discounts on everything that I do. If you have not yet begun in your journey of investing or trading, or you haven't done so formally with an actual mentor, someone who's actually taught you, this is the place to start. This is my Investing Like a Pro course. Use the July 4 sale. That'll give you 50% off. Okay. This is 7 hours of tutorials. It's actually me talking. It's not a boring, right? It's good. It's going to give you the history of Wall Street. It's going to walk you through how to set up an actual working financial plan based on goals and based on how you invest. It's going to show you how to choose your investments, how to actually make those investments, how to place a trade. It comes with a 70-page workbook. This is a step-by-step guide that gives you everything you need to build a proper foundation for your financial planning and investing future. If you have not done this, even if you think you know what you're doing, we've been in a bull trend for quite a while. It's been a bull market for a while, folks. We had a correction in 21 through 22, but that was brief. That was a 1-year bear in 16 years. So a lot of people think, I know what I'm doing. Listen, if you haven't built a foundation, $248.50 will save you the fees of a financial advisor for life. Okay, if you don't know the impact of that, you should. All right, I price this where I price it, so money is not the deterrent. If you have money to invest, you should have done this first. I can't stress that enough. Now, if you feel that you've built yourself a solid foundation, the next step for you could possibly be something like my intermediate trading and investing and forecasting course. This teaches you step by step how to actually read the market, how to read trading activity, how to find the footprints of big money. All right. This too is 50% off with the coupon code July 4 sale. It's under $1,000. I don't care how good you think you are at investing. If you don't know how to find the footprints of institutional money, the more knowledgeable hands, whatever you would like to call it, this is a course for you. I also have my VIP mentorship, EQ Mastery Financial and Investment Mentorship for July coming up. Okay. Traditionally, this is about a $4,000 course, $39.97. It's a 6-week course. It is also 50% off. You will spend 2 hours each week with me one-on-one learning and educating yourself. You will spend another 2 hours doing Q&A. You will also have access to me via email. And for some of you that will kind of step it up a little bit more, you'll have access to me via the phone. Something else that you will get with this course, the 6-week course, is every week I do a weekly, and a lot of weeks. Right now it's summertime, so it pretty much is weekly, a weekly update to what I am doing, what I'm doing within my own portfolio, and what I see within the market. The education you will get in this 6 weeks is in my opinion, highest level of investment education that exists within the market, because you will learn how to identify those footprints, how to place trades based on those footprints, how to identify areas of strength, areas of weakness, how to pick a market top, how to pick a market bottom, trend reversals, right? We get into cash flow management. We get into investment management. We get into risk management. There's one final product that I do offer, and that's one-on-one sessions with myself. I am going to give a 50% discount, but those packages are completely created per the individual and what they need. So you'll need to reach out to me to get more on that, because I simply can't give a price for something that I don't know what you need. I don't know how many sessions you're looking for. I don't know how advanced you are. Okay, so here's a way to reach me: D Miller, Promethean Investing. Also, Derek at bpgtheory.com. There's my Twitter handle. There is my LinkedIn, where you can direct message me as well. D Miller at PrometheanInvesting.com is usually the best way to get me, but I do check the Derek at BPG Theory as well. In any case, you can also text me All right. My cell phone number is 805-807-1129. Reach out to me if you're interested. Let's get into these stocks, okay? So we're going to look at the top 5 agriculture stocks right now of the year. Good morning, everybody. So, RIVN was up almost 50% yesterday in after hours trade. A $5 billion investment. So they're sort of abandoning the Tesla model, which is vertical integration, and they're going their own way. So apparently people like that. So I thought this was a great day for us to take a look at the top 10 electrical vehicle companies, makers, manufacturers right now and see what we think of the stocks. Is this Rivian thing going to carry over? What's Tesla look like? I before Tesla, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I told you guys sell Tesla at the open at 188, buy it back at 177, and then watch it run to over 200. I still think that holds true, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at it anyway. We're going to look at Rivian. We're going to look at NIO. We're going to look at the top 10 car makers, all right? Electric vehicle manufacturers, producers, whatever the heck you want to call them. So we're going to break down those charts. Let's go ahead and get into it. No reason to delay. I'll break down as usual. Kind of the way I do this is the first couple of charts I'm going to break down a little bit slower. So for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, you can have a better idea of what we're doing, because this is all about teaching you. This is all about education. So you know how to do this for yourself. However, don't just jump in here, guys. I mean, look, if you haven't properly set up your investment plan comprised of risk management, cash management, and investment management, you haven't done that one-on-one with somebody that is a master at this, that is a professional at this, you need to do that. You need to do it, because without it, you don't really know what your parameters are. You don't know how much risk you can take, how much cash you like to have on hand or need to have on hand. Some people get in early. Some people get out late. Some people get out early and get in late. When it comes to investing / trading, which are very interchangeable words, you're just really, people use those words as though they're different when they're just different time frames. Remember, when you're investing or trading, it is all very personal. You will make your mistakes. You're not going to make the mistakes of others, just like you're not going to capitalize the way someone else does. So if you're not doing that, reach out to me. I'll have my contact information up at the end of this. Let's get moving. Tesla. All right. So we saw the run up on a monthly chart. Nothing has changed there. I don't want to go over Tesla, because if you want to find that, you can find that on my live just from a couple of weeks ago, where I actually gave you those price targets. So let's see where we're at now. Anything look good on the weekly? Yeah, I would say this looks good on the weekly, right? This looks like a lot of here. Why does it look like buying, folks? Because price has done what? Sorry, I'm outside. I got these mosquitoes that love to come get me. Price has fallen, and then all of a sudden, what do you see? Large amounts of trading activity. Large amounts of trading activity after a price drop is going to be buying. It's going to be institutional buying, because this stands out. This level of volume here, right here, like look at these two bars right here. I mean, I don't know how much higher above everything else it is. It's heads and tails. Look at that. All right. And it's sitting there at what, your 165 level, 167 levels. That's where the purchasing happened. Now it comes down to retest those levels, as it always does. We discuss this over and over and over. Now, where does volume end up? Volume ends up much lower. Would you say that this is average volume or above average volume? I would still say that's above average volume. I would say your average volume probably sits down here. Okay. I would say that is your average volume for a weekly chart on Tesla. So you're still above average volume, which means they found supply. They found more stock to purchase. Institutions found more stock to purchase. All right. So let's move on to the daily chart. So right now you have to be thinking of the upside. You're at 187. We know a lot of the purchasing is going on between 140 and 165. Let's move into the daily. Daily, we had a gap down. Interesting. Gap filled. But it looks like Aha, what do we have there? We have another gap sitting down here that hasn't filled. Now, do gaps on this company like to fill? I'm going to go ahead and argue yes, because they do. They fill. So you do have something pretty interesting down here now. Now, does this need to fill because of where it's at, because of where this low is? Not necessarily. I mean, you're talking about 135, 137. Um, so does it necessarily need to fill? No, but it's definitely something to take note of if you see some downward pressure, because as you can see, this was downward pressure, immense downward pressure. Who do you think made that trading activity happen right there on this daily bar? Who do you think did that? I think it's pretty simple to tell who did that. That was institutions. They sold from 200 and it pushed price down pretty low. It got you back down to your 165 level, right? So nearly 20% drop. But then some buyers stepped in here. All right, let's move on, because we've done Tesla's chart. This is for right now. We're going over this again so that you know what we're looking at and why we're looking at it. We're going to take a look at Rivian. Although it's going to have such a pop today, you're really going to have to hold off on price targets. But any giant gap like you're going to see today, there's going to be a lot of people entering shorts on Rivian. And then there's going to be a lot of retail investors that are going and buying it because they think that it popped out to a new price. You pop to a new price based on news, even though it's a $5 billion investment, which is a lot of cash flow. And as you know, I definitely believe in monitoring cash flow with companies. Cash in and out. Now, cash in and out of a company and cash in and out of a stock position are two different things. So for me personally, look at all that buying back there. Look at all that buying. That was exactly why I told you to buy at 177. All right, this is exactly why, because that's where the purchasing's happening now. 175 to 180 is just monstrous amounts of purchasing. It drops, so there's less supply. So this thing's going to run. Like I said, Tesla goes to over 200. We can go ahead and throw that up here. Why not? We're going to change the colors back. Tesla 200 plus. Let's change this now. Then we're going to go on to Rivian. We're going to take a look at Rivian and see what's going on there. Beautiful. All right. So today is what? 6/26. Price target. There we go. What do you guys want to look at next? I guarantee it's Rivian. Let's take a look at Rivian next. We already know what pre-market's going to look like. It's going to look wild. It's going to be up 50%. I mean, or at least that's where it was yesterday. After hours, it was up 50. We'll take a look. So let's go to Rivian because I know everyone will see it. RIVN. RIVN. And I'm going to we're going to cruise a bit through some of these. Specifically Rivian because it's up. Okay, so they're showing the market up 38%. Let's go to weekly. It's a new company. We can actually skip trace straight to daily. Rivian will have a okay. There's it's funny. I would have said a $15 price target immediately. It's at 16.50.